Right, welcome everyone to our Friday meditation. Welcome everyone from our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Welcome, Ben. Right, this is the daily meditation online, hosted by the Buddhist Studies Institute, founded by Pema Khandro, Dr. Khandro La now. So we're coming very close to the end of our season of practice, and we've enjoyed hosting here on social media so much, and we're going to continue that until the end of Losar at the end of the month. So welcome everyone. So happy to have you. My name is Daidzin. I'm your host today. I am also a certified meditation instructor through the Buddhist Studies Institute. And I've been doing that for about a decade now. Yeah, but today we're so fortunate. We've got Michael leading us in meditation. And then after that, I will read one of the 5 precepts. And I'm going to put a link here. If you'd like to follow along, please do. Here it comes. And that has our opening prayers, our closing prayers, and the precepts. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome Michael, a certified meditation instructor at the Buddhist Studies Institute, to lead us today in our calm abiding practice. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you so much, Daidzin. Let's start our practice by invoking the refuge. I'll say a short mantra and then we'll do the prayer together. Om Meya Om Benzra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. I take refuge in the Lama, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. I take refuge in the Lama, the Yidam, and the Khandro. I take refuge in complete openness, lucid presence, and compassion. Ho, mesmerized by the sheer variety of appearances, beings wander endlessly astray in samsara's vicious cycle. In order that they might find comfort and ease in the luminosity and all-pervading space of the true nature of their minds, I generate the immeasurable love, joy, compassion, and equanimity of the awakened mind, the heart of bodhicitta. Sentient beings are numberless. I train in order to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I train in order to transform them. Reality is boundless. I train in order to realize it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I train in order to embody it. Thank you so much for joining me for meditation today. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world. So we're doing 100 days of meditation and we're doing calm abiding. And I'm Michael and I'll be guiding you through calm abiding practice today. So as usual, we will take a proper posture, 7-point Vajra posture, and this begins with our seat. If you're using a chair, tuck yourself all the way back and put your feet flat on the ground and perhaps slide a cushion under your bottom to establish your hips at a higher level than your knees. And if you're sitting in a cushion, sit one cross-legged, one leg in front of the other, sitting slightly forward on your cushion, just to establish a slight angle that your hips are higher than your knees. That's a very important aspect of your seat. And so once we are nice and comfy in this seat, we can make our backs erect, we can elongate our spine, and imagine our vertebrae stacked one on top of another like coins, all the way up to the neck. And we can widen our shoulders, opening our chest and allowing our arms to fall down naturally to our sides. With our neck, we can tuck our chin in just slightly to establish a nice straight line with the spine and the neck. Bringing our awareness up to the crown of our heads, we imagine a thin thread shooting straight into the sky, slightly suspending us in this posture, helping us with an axial focus of sorts. And we can bring our awareness down from the crown, across the forehead to our eyes. With our eyes, we always hold the soft gaze. We do not close our eyes. When we do not stare at any particular objects, we just keep a soft gaze as we look down across the bridges of our nose to a space about 1 or 2 feet in front of us on the ground. And with our tongues, we can rest them on the roof of our mouth behind the front teeth. And our jaw is relaxed. Our mouth, our lips are slightly touching or just slightly parted. Our bellies are relaxed. Our abdomen is relaxed. Our back is straight. Our shoulders are out. Our arms are naturally down to the sides. Our neck is in line with our spine. And once you make some micro adjustments to make sure that you're going to be nice and comfortable for meditation today, we can take our hands, and if you are feeling a bit, maybe you have a lot of energy, maybe you need a bit more grounding, let's place our palms down on our thighs. And perhaps you are a bit sleepy and are feeling a bit not so awake. So we can gather some energy by placing our palms up on our thighs. And as always, we can place it in a gesture of equanimity, one hand inside the other, thumbs touching or not, just nestled below our navel. To warm up our practice today, let's do equalizing the breath. So when we equalize the breath, we'll breathe in and don't push it. You can breathe in with a count of 5 and breathe out with a count of 5. But if your tempo is a bit fast and you don't think that you can make it to a 5 count, that's fine. Just breathe an equal amount of counts in and an equal amount of counts out as per your tempo and capacity to do so. So we'll do this about 3 really good times. We'll breathe in with a count up to a full breath, and then we breathe out again with an equal amount of with an equal count all the way out. So I'm going to use 5 as a rule, but you can utilize whatever number feels comfortable for you. So let's do that 3 times now. And when you've equalized your third breath, your exhale, and we bring our breath back to the middle of our breath again, we'll begin the practice. The method that we'll use is a 21 breaths method. So we'll count, beginning with a count of 0. And we'll breathe in at 0 and exhale at 1. And with each exhale, we make a count of 1 all the way up to 21. And when we reach 21, we breathe, we inhale and we exhale back to 0 again. So we begin at 0, we breathe in, and and on a count of 1 all the way up to 21 breaths. And upon reaching 21 breaths, we'll count back to 0 again. And this is a really great method to quantitate our meditative experience. And so whenever you feel as if you may have gotten a bit lost or distracted or you've lost the method, you just come back to 0 again, breathing in and breathing out with a count of 1 all the way up to 21, and then back down to 0 again. And I'll probably pop in once or twice just to gently remind you during our practice today. So it looks like we'll meditate for about 18 minutes. And let's settle into our meditation now. This is just a gentle reminder, in case we've gotten a bit lost in our practice, that we're using the 21 breaths method for calm abiding practice today. 21 breaths, we begin at 0, and with each exhale, we make a count of 1 up to 21. And then when we reach 21, we count back to 0 again. Okay, we can start to slowly drop the 21 breaths method so that we can just sit in meditative awareness for a few moments, just allowing our awareness to become pervasive and being aware of our thoughts or lack of thoughts, or sensations or lack of sensations. There's nothing wrong with any of it. Okay, and once we've kind of lifted our gaze and come back out of our practice today, let's place our palms together, our thumbs tucked in between our palms, placed at heart center as we dedicate the merit of our practice. May the teachings of the Buddha spread and flourish. May all sentient beings be happy and joyful. May we practice the Dharma day and night. May the benefit for self and other be fully accomplished. And I'll hand it back to Daidson, who's going to talk about a precept, I believe. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, Michael, for that lovely meditation practice today. Yes, and so now as part of our effort to integrate the study of ethics with meditation practice, I will read one of the 5 Buddhist precepts, and you're welcome to follow along in that link I posted earlier. Today, I'm going to read precept number 5, loss of awareness. Avoiding loss of awareness. I embrace the radical sobriety of the unaltered state, and I give myself over to naturally intoxicated appreciation of the phenomenal world. I avoid deliberate loss of awareness through substance use or abuse. I avoid mindless consumption of anything. I avoid spiritual delusions that put me out of touch with common sense, morality, and shared experiences of conventional reality. I apply renunciation where necessary. I avoid what clouds my mind and adhere to diet, drinks, and medicines which bring forth pristine presence, sanity, compassionate awareness for my body, mind, my family, my community, and my society. Thank you again, everyone, for attending meditation practice today. Thank you again for Michael, your leadership today. We will be here next week and every day. I'm going to put a few links in the chat box if you want to find out more information. We have our LOSAR. I think that's for members only, though. Sorry. But let me just put this in the chat box. This is where you can find more information about our Northern California Retreat Center or the Buddhist Studies Institute. And there's one more, there's pemacondro.org, and that's where you can learn more about our fearless leader, Pema Condro Rinpoche, who is just an extraordinary teacher, scholar, humanitarian, etc. All right, thank you, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream now. So thank you to our YouTube and Facebook guests and visitors today. Hope to see you again. Thank you very much. I bid you adieu, and we'll go to our community time.